Hi, my honeys. Today, I want to chat about one of my very favorite topics, numbers. If you are new here, you are most welcome. I am just Melissa, and this is Empower Empire, where I am all about sharing tools for your personal empowerment. If you are returning to my channel, thank you so much for being here with me, and I hope that you'll enjoy this episode. If you follow me here or on any of my other social media channels, then you'll be aware by now that I often share insights around the energy of a particular day. And I receive a lot of questions regarding this. I share energy updates from a numerology point of view, mostly, as well as cosmic updates regarding the movements of the planets. And so I wanted to delve a little into what is behind numerology in terms of energy interpretation. And I trust that this will be insightful and informative for you. This is a mathematical universe. In terms of the construction of energy, it is all structured and put together in beautiful forms of sacred geometry. The Fibonacci sequence, in terms of the ratio at which things grow, that beautiful spiral, is found throughout all the life forms on this planet. Things like the golden ratio of pi. These constructs permeate everything and point to a mathematical and an intelligent design. If you are interested in the more scientific approach to this understanding, then I can highly recommend the work of Dr. Stephen Meyer, multiple PhD, proving the existence of an intelligent mind behind the design and creation of this universe, essentially returning us to the God hypothesis, that there's too much perfection for it to just be random. And I think if we truly open our eyes and open our hearts, then we can see that all around us. Now, when it comes to numerology, I personally use the Pythagorean system. It is what resonates most correctly for me. There are elements in other systems that don't quite resonate correctly, in my opinion. Pythagoras understood the mathematical nature of the universe, the qualities of numbers, and how life can be explained thereby. And not only is it the nature of the universe, but because we are intrinsically connected to the universe, it's our nature too. So profound insights into the construct of everything are available to us through the use and the understanding of numbers, as is very deep and highly valuable personal insight. Another system of numerology, Chaldean numerology, is profoundly insightful when it's used in combination with astrology, in terms of understanding energy patterns, as well as for phonetic interpretation. But if we can just understand, for a start, the properties of pure numbers in and of themselves, this will grant us profound insight. So, where does the story begin? The story begins, from our conceptual point of view, with nothing. In the beginning, there was nothing. Zero. Nil. Nothing. But that nothing was only nothing from our perspective. Because if you look at the word nothing, it means no thing. So in other words, nothing had physically manifested. But energetically, zero is full circle, completion, all power, all potential, as yet unmanifested in any form. But that all power and that all potential of zero was intelligent, was aware, and became aware of itself as singular all-powerness. And that, my honeys, made it realize that it is the one. So when zero realized that it was not just all power and all potential, but it was the only singular all power and all potential, it was the one. That is where we understand our oneness, our connection to the one. So one is the beginning. In the beginning. What was in the beginning? Zero was in the beginning. That was the start. So one is individuation, singularity, in its shadow aspect, loneliness perhaps. The desire to understand the self and what the self is. But you see, my honeys, as soon as we had zero and one, all power realizing itself, we automatically have two. Two is that split, the illusion of contrast and duality. The number two is also the student, the one who kneels, who submits, who wishes to learn. The one wanted to learn about its all-powerness, wanted to learn about its own nature, wanted to understand the self. So we had zero and we had one realizing itself as two. The illusion of that duality, the illusion of that separation. And as soon as we had zero and one and two, we had the Trinity, the Holy Trinity, which is why the number three is so sacred. And the three is in one, because three is the zero of all potential that realized it's the one that became the two, the three in one. So the number three is the number of life. But that life, that Holy Trinity, wanted to experience itself as everything that it is. So that is where we have the differentiation, the Big Bang, the start of life, the illusion of creating separate, multitudinous forms. And those forms wanted to manifest as somethings, which is the number four, the foundation, the four corners, the four directions of the world, physically speaking, the base of the pyramid, the foundation on which a structure of energy can take on a physically manifested form, the illusion of physicality and life. So once we have energy having a structural foundation in number four, now what do we want it to take the form of? And that is the number five. The ability to change energy into a physical form. The number of creation in manifestation. It can be chaotic. Think of volcanic eruptions, for example. But that is the energy of the number five. And once time and space, the illusion of contrast, duality, and physicality have given us experience of what energy can become via the construct of the number five's ability to change, we eventually realize that the only form worth changing anything into is the number six, which is love. When we allow every experience to mean something about the nature of love, when we change every form and every interaction into love, that is when we realize that we have come back to what zero and nothing is and has always been. that all power is oneness, creating an illusion of separation that is still the Holy Trinity, come down into a manifested form and changed back into itself. And that's what it's all about, understanding the nature of the self. And once we have done that, we're at number 7, the number of spirit, the number that explains what all the energy of life is, which is love. And once we can see that, and we've experienced that, then we understand the energy of infinity, that it is a spiral of the number 8, returning back to itself all the time, realizing its power, its oneness, its connection back into the love that it's always been and always will be, and expanding experientially into more and more and more of that which is its own nature, leveling up in the next greater spiral, and the next greater spiral that is our expansion and evolution, which brings us to the number 9 every time of completion, which is just the reverse of the number 6. Love becomes more of itself in the number 9. We complete a certain spiral journey upwards, rising into more of all powerness. The differentiation that made form possible gets connected more and more and more in as we add back to ourselves. So the whole journey through manifested form, from pure energy and potential to completion of an experiential understanding of more of itself, is what life is all about, illustrated for us in numbers. It's so beautiful. So I hope that this has been insightful and valuable to you. And if there's enough interest, then I will do a follow-up video about how we can add those number interpretations to understanding about ourselves, understanding about our lives. Because numerology teaches us about the numbers that were present the moment of our birth, the particular energy construct that we are the form of. So we have a personality number and we have a soul number. What lessons, what purpose does this life hold for us? In addition, we can get insights into the energy every day and align ourselves with the construct that is available for us on any given day. It becomes such a thrilling and insightful adventure into being more guided through the days of our lives. The Bible tells us to number our days, and that means so much more than just counting how many days we've been alive. Let's number our days and understand what we're doing when we do that, so we can align ourselves more with that all-powerness that we all are intrinsically as the one in our divine essence that the Godhead has given us in manifested form to change back into more of itself. What a beautiful journey. Much love, my honey.